Are you garbage?
All right, let's see. This one's from Alan. Ever seen your parent discipline someone else's kid? Ever been disciplined by someone else's parent? I was just talking about this not too long ago because
talk about making you feel weird,
dude. It happened like it happened with my. We were at my sister's house and the neighbors came over. The neighbors' kids came over to play with my nephew, my niece and nephew.
Okay,
and they're older. Like he might have been 6 or 7 at the time.
Okay,
7, let's call it, and they might have been like. It was like probably pre-junior high. Like they weren't, but it was like in the neighborhood. So it's like a Tuesday night. We're going to hang out. We're going to play football with the kid across the street.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like probably 12, 13.
The neighbor's kid.
So they were older. The one kid was driving. So,
his kids were there.
So they were over and they were in the backyard on the trampoline. And they were both kind of teaming up on my nephew.
Okay.
Right? Of like... I think they were throwing the ball out, like they were playing a game, but they were just like, it ended up with them picking on him. But also we come from like a bit of a tough love family. It's like, you gotta deal with that a little bit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, fucking get up and hit him or something.
Knock that pussy out.
Yeah, do something, buddy. Let's fucking start throwing hands over here. What are we doing? So, and then my mom, the one kid hit him in the face with the ball. And we saw it out the window. We're like, oh. But it's also like, all right, now you got to react to that a little bit. You know what I mean? Also, it's not right for them to be doing that. But my mom runs out.
Didn't like that. That's different, though. That's her grandchild.
You get out of here.
Oh, really?
Oh, dude, right out the backyard. She was like the bouncer.
Threw him out.
Oh, gripped him up.
Not like, kids, knock that off. Don't do that. He's younger than you.
Yeah, well, get your hands off. Yeah, it was, dude. Me and my brother were inside with our fucking hands in our faces. Like, God damn, this broad's cuckoo. She went out like she was just screaming at these people.
She knocks him out like in Step Brothers.
Yeah, it was a fucking scene.
I thought you meant more when you were a kid. If your friend's dad would yell at you or yell at him was even worse.
How you just had to sit there like a fucking jerk off.
One time we snuck. Remember the kid that we saw at the Dallas game? Remember the kid I grew up with at the Dallas game?
Vaguely.
Anyway, we one time climbed up on his garage and his dad came home. All right, and we knew his dad. His dad was like a coach, whatever, but always really nice. That was the thing with those dads in the 80s and 90s. They were nice as shit, but then when you fucked up, that switch.
Yeah, their whole week came out on you.
Dude, it
was their boss, their nagging-ass wife. You were getting it. You were getting fucking got.
And you deserved it.
Sure.
And, dude, it was usually once or twice. That was it.
Oh, yeah.
That's all you needed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't feel like my niece and nephew or anybody scared of me at all. But fucking these guys, it was like fucking once. Never again. You think about it to this day, and like post-traumatic stress from it. But we were up on the roof, man, and he fucking came home. Get down here right now.
Yeah. And you always want to be like, yo, it was his idea, jerk off. It was your boy. Like, I didn't want, like.
No, he didn't yell at me. He fucking screamed at his kid.
I know, but when I'm sitting there, I'm going, we're doing the same thing. You're yelling at him. You're also vicariously yelling at me.
Of course, yes.
But I want to be like, it was his fault. Like, don't think I'm the bad guy here. Like, this fucking idiot brought me up here. It's not like I pulled out the scaffolding and, like, got up on the roof.
Yeah, let me talk to you real quick. I'm actually working undercover.
I've been taking notes. I'll send you the report.
I knew you was coming home. That's why I got him up there.
This whole thing's a setup.
You start yelling at your friend?
Yeah. I'm 38 years old. You didn't recognize me.
His grades aren't that great either, Mr. Bright.
Look, buddy, you're going to have to hit me, make it look real.
Yeah. I remember that happened to me one time. I was at my boy Vinny with the Skinnies house, and we were young, and we took his dad's hat, like a tool, like it was like his hammer, and we were like fucking around in the woods or something. And I hit it on.
Hammer in the woods is no good. Nothing good has ever come from that.
No.
You're not building a homeless shelter out there.
No. It was, yeah. And I hit it on something, and it snapped in half. Like, it was like a smaller one. It wasn't like a fucking sledgehammer. And I hit it on like a piece of rock or something, and it snapped in half.
Oh, this is a good hammer?
I remember him yelling at me, and I wanted to be like, bro, it's fucking $8. What, like, I'll fucking.
Who are you, Pauly Shore? I would have slapped the shit out of you.
But I remember being like,
bruh, what's up, man?
No, I was just want to be like, He was losing it on me because his fucking life
It was
sucked.
probably sentimental to him.
No, it was like a fight.
Could have been his first hammer.
It was from like Heckinger's. It wasn't like this fucking old-timey thing.
Buddy, chill out. It's me, the Kip.
It's the Kippy.
Don't blow a stack, buddy. It's just a hammer, brah.
But I'm like, dude, you're yelling at a fucking...
I would have knocked you out. I would have ran you over with a lawnmower. You fucking... What do you say?
But I'm like, dude, it's a fucking hammer, bro. Like, I'll call my dad. I got him on the house. I'll replace it. Like, what do you... I'm 8 years old, and you're screaming at me like I crashed your car. Like, what the fuck? It's a goddamn hammer.
Does this mean the Yoo-Hoos aren't coming?
Yeah, I'm like, dude, get off my fucking case. God damn. You act like I looked you in the eyes while I did it. Like, it was a fucking accident. And he fucking screamed at me. I had another kid, a kid on my block. My Uncle Mike was over.
Hold on. Parents got weird. Like, I understand your mom getting like that because parents get weird about that stuff. And, like, there's a very thin line. Yelling at somebody else's kid is real, nowadays, is real dicey.
Sure.
You and that parent got to be in a real good, you guys got to be synced up.
Well, my
Because,
mom...
like, if it was me and it was like somebody, like if I had a kid and I wasn't there and he was doing something wrong and you're like, yo, knock that the fuck off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would be, you listen to your Uncle Kevin.
Yeah.
And we take turns working him over.
I have that because our family's so big to where, like, I can yell at anybody, regardless if I'm right or wrong. It's, what did Uncle Kevin say?
Love that.
And it's not like, hey, but we're used to allowed to do this or something, and it's like, regardless of what you typically do, if you typically play ball in the house or whatever, and I'm like, hey guys, take it. Not that I do this, but if I'm like, yo guys, take it outside, and they'd be like, no, our mom lets us play.
Small town bartender. Take it outside.
Hey, mind your P's and Q's, boys. And I'm like, hey guys, go outside. And they're like, oh, we typically play here. First, the dad or someone will step in and go, do not talk back to Uncle Kevin, and also listen to him. Like that's an adult. You have
Keep these
to,
little punks
and anybody can get got at any time.
That's too much power.
I mean, first of all, I don't care. I'm the one.
You trust the family
I'm
system.
playing steady QB in the family room. I'll
tell you what happens is kids that doesn't happen to, they grow up to be fucking bozos. You got to listen to the adults. That was the biggest thing. If an adult told you something, you did it.
Yeah.
That's how most of us got hemmed up. But
Yeah, sure.
That's how they got us.
But my uncle, the one time, he came up, and now I'm looking, he was probably younger than me at the time. He was probably in his 20s. This was probably in his 30s. It was 20-something years ago. He came up to our house. He was staying with us for, like, the night or something, like, visiting my parents or my mom. And there was a kid on the block, Ryan, badass kid.
That's great.
Badass kid. Like, just not like
badass,
not like cool,
okay.
just like rude.
Rotten kid.
Yeah, bad seed. Bad seed.
That's a kid whose uncles aren't allowed to yell at him.
Sure. And he said
Or tell him what to do.
He told my uncle to
teach them things. Whatever.
Fuck off or whatever.
What?
Something he cursed.
An on the couch uncle with nothing to lose.
It was a real Toby vibes, if you catch my drift. Real long hair bozo.
Man.
Yeah, this kid rules.
Yeah. And he said something like, go fuck yourself, or this fucking stinks, or that's not fucking fair, or something. He was like 7, and I was younger. I was like 5. I remember my uncle grabbed me, was like, yep, get out of here. Just like fucking kick rocks, kid, game over, go home. I don't care who you are, you're not staying here.
I don't like to get the kicking them out. You try to teach them. Nah, you don't want to act
Also,
like that.
why the fuck does my uncle care what some guy on my block's doing? He's just going, dude, I'm leaving at noon. Get out of here. I don't want to fucking deal with you. It's not his.
Okay.
Dude, if a 7-year-old's telling a grown man to go fuck himself, there's no work my uncle's going to do in 3 minutes to cure that kid.
I got you. Makes sense.
Yeah. I don't even know how we got there.
I remember not being yelled at, but I remember like another adult like tried to like, they were going to the beach, but my parents weren't going to the beach. And he's like, I got him. Come on, it's okay. He can come to get us. My mom was real sketchy about that shit when we were kids. That's where I get my fear from.
What do you mean your fear?
Don't go in the ocean. Don't get kidnapped. Don't do, you know what I mean? All that stuff. Patty's got the spider sense for that.
Yeah, it's fucking called repressed Catholic guilt. That's what that's called. You think there's some evil spirit going to come down and strike you at any
And that's
minute.
how we like it. And I love you, Patty. But no, and he was like, no, it's fine. Mom's like, no, you're not taking my kids to the beach when I'm not there. Made it real awkward.
Oh, real cool cat.
we were standing there with our boogie boards on our hands like, all right. But I see where she
What
was
if the
coming
cicadas come? What are you going to do then?
I see where she was coming from. You know, because sometimes the parents overstep. Especially, it's probably a minefield now, to be honest with you. Having kids now and dealing with that shit. Like if a coach yells at a kid, the parents will be calling up like,
Yeah, that happens a lot. Yeah.
No good.
Hey, but you got to learn.
That's why I could never go back and take the mantle up.
What?
Coaching.
One, you don't have any kids. That'd be fucking weird if you just showed up and was like, hey, I'm going to wear the same shirt every day all season and yell at your kids. Okay? Nobody would want you around.
First fundraisers tomorrow night.
Yeah.
$100 plate dinner.
And listen, you want to play? It's one candy bar per game. You got to give me. You got to pay up. Pay your dues, kids.
You pack 2 lunches. Yeah. 2 lunches.
We talked about
that peanut butter and honey shit either.
That's a thing for you. You could go back and coach.
But you have to be a teacher, I think.
Yeah.
Because I don't know anything about
it. Or graduated high school.
I don't know anything about the sports that I played, but where I would be able to be in the know of that.
It's teaching all the kids your fucking psychotic fears that you have. Never look a dog in the eye. He's going to steal your soul. You fucking wacko. Listen, if you have a bad thought, hop on your left foot 8 times in a row. It'll cancel it out. I didn't call your mom and tell you love her.
Bad news is I don't know anything about water polo.
Nor can I swim. Now get in there, boys.
We're down 12. There's 2 minutes left, I think.
Somebody say a prayer.
What do you guys think we should do?
Who here knows the rosary?
Showing up to the game on the wrong days. I thought it was Tuesday. God, I thought we were doing a Patreon game. God damn.
Home run of a question.
Home run.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. This one we've talked a lot about the trash can, trash bags, that whole 9 yards. We've never thought about this. Did your family take the trash? This is from Scott. I apologize. Did your family take the trash bag out of the can and leave it on the floor in order to fill it max capacity?